Claude recently launched live artifacts, and it means we can now build personalized dashboards with live data pulling from multiple of our softwares. I've been building dashboards across all my business departments, and I can tell you it's a very powerful new feature. So in this video, I'll show you examples of what you can use them for, show you how they work and why I think they might have big implications, and I'll show you exactly how to set them up because there are some pitfalls to avoid. Now, artifacts is not a new concept, but with live artifacts, it means you only have to build these dashboards once, and every time you open the artifact or click here, it automatically refreshes the artifact with live data from your softwares. And because it can pull data from multiple different connectors into the same dashboard, it becomes a really powerful way to give personalized insights based on the data scattered across different softwares. For example, this one pulls both data from YouTube, Bitly, and PostHawk, which is my main analytics tool, to give me insight that one of these tools alone can't give me. For example, in this one, it can show me conversions based on YouTube videos for my three main offers. And I have multiple tabs here with all the most relevant data to track conversions across my different offers, bookings, my entire funnel laid out, openers and closers, and retention. And besides showing you just this raw data, it can actually interpret it with AI immediately and give you intelligent insights. For example, I've also set up a business intelligence dashboard that pulls data from Stripe, PostHawk, but this could also be Google Analytics, that shows me the raw data here in the dashboard on my main business metrics, but also based on my business metrics, it gives me insights and suggestions on strategy based on the KPIs. You can also build an AI agent or chat to ask questions on the data inside of the live artifact. For example, here my community intelligence dashboard, which tracks the most common issues across my AI community over the last week by pulling in data from Firefly's customer support and my community connector, which is run on Circle. So you can ask questions to see like what specific problems did people have with the Obsidian setup, and it can then pull data from that to give me an answer. Three main friction points, etc. Now, besides just visualizing data, you can actually take actions, both inside of the software and together with AI. So here, for example, in my customer support dashboard, I could actually have here AI help me draft the reply or just write it myself in here and then actually post it directly into Circle, into my community. Now, I won't actually do that, of course, but I just wanted to show you what's actually possible with these live artifacts. There are many interesting potential use cases for professionals and business owners with this setup. I think we've also built a sales dashboard for my sales team that pulls data from the inbox, from the calendar, from PandaDoc to track the status on proposals and the current deals in my CRM, which I can also move directly from here. Of course, I don't run sales in my business, so these are not relevant for me, but we've set this up for our sales rep. And I've also transformed some of my scheduled tasks into live artifacts, like a YouTube competitor intelligence or ideation dashboard with data on my last videos, who shipped what over the last week, keyword opportunities, and this week's breakout videos. And a communication dashboard flagging any important communications to get back to across different platforms like Slack, email, and my community. And for anyone who has a second brain, I've also set up a second brain dashboard that basically tracks all our to-dos across the teams and what my team members are working on. So you can see I urgently need to get onto my taxes. Anyway, I think you get the idea. Now, before showing you how to actually set these up yourself, let me quickly go over how they actually work, what the current limitations are, but also why I think this is a huge new feature and might have pretty big implications in the long run. So how do they work? It's quite simple. You can basically build one of these artifacts once together with Claude. You then connect all of the softwares you need for this artifact with the connectors and MCPs. And then every time you refresh or open the live artifact sidebar, it pulls up-to-date data from the softwares and shows it to you. Now, you might be wondering, wasn't this sort of already possible? Maybe with a scheduled task where you let Claude build an HTML dashboard every day, for example, on competitor insights. But the big difference here is that we only built this dashboard once together with Claude, instead of Claude building you an entirely new HTML dashboard every single day or week, whatever time interval you've scheduled it on. And every time this is refreshed, it just pulls the data directly from the MCPs instead of Claude going through the whole process and redoing it again. And this means it's also going to be far faster and more token efficient because it just fills in the variables with MCP without necessarily using AI. Now, why do I think this is a big deal? Because first of all, we now have a really easy and fast way to show data scattered from multiple softwares into one place. And we often need to hop between different softwares to get good insights. A sales rep, for example, might need to check his inbox, CRM, calendar, and proposal tool when he wakes up for the day. And this can now all be presented into one dashboard. Second, we can now have completely personalized UI and dashboards that are actually relevant to you, your role, your preferences, your business, instead of a one size fits all UI that most SaaS providers have. So again, the sales rep can actually show the data that's actually important to him to start the day in one view. And thirdly, instead of just the raw data, we can now let AI actually interpret the data and give you intelligent insights around it. For example, it can prioritize things immediately or give you a strategic insight based on the data. But I think this will become a real game changer is when we can start taking actions directly from this dashboard. For example, when a sales rep doesn't just see what needs to be done, he can actually start automating work and taking actions with AI directly from the same dashboard. For example, sending follow-up emails with skills, drafting proposals, updating the CRM, etc. Now, we're not quite there yet with actions. There are some limitations with action at the moment, which I'll cover in a second. But if you pull these four things together, you see what Anthropic is trying to do here. It's not just going to be a visualization tool, but I think it's the next step to making AI become the main operating system or interface for doing work. Because if you can start getting data and automating work through skills and MCP right from your personalized dashboard, I can imagine a future where more and more of the way you do work is through voice, chat, and custom personalized UI or dashboards with these live artifacts. And you can also imagine that this can become a little bit of a threat for some SaaS players as it will reduce the need for their UI. And of course, a threat to some of the data visualization or analytics tools. Now, again, we're not quite there yet because there are definitely some limitations to these artifacts at the moment. Firstly, for now, it is mostly a visualization tool for now, because we can embed some simple actions like updating the CRM record, but you can't actually run any skills inside of these artifacts yet. And any AI action being taken in these artifacts right now is limited to the Haiku model, which is Anthropic's dumbest model, cheapest but dumbest model. But almost certainly this will change soon. I think Anthropic will include these features. And second, at the moment, we can't share it across teams yet, but Anthropic already announced that they will launch this soon. So when you're watching this video, it might already be possible. And third, the performance and speed of these artifacts can still get very slow when you start using multiple different connectors or MCP. So realistically, at the moment, you don't want to pull data from like 8 different platforms. But again, it's the worst they will get. And I think if you're a professional or business owner, this is something you want to experiment with and try out for yourself. Now, let me show you how to set them up. Setting them up is quite simple. You can just build them by simply prompting Claude inside of Cowork, because Claude has a built-in tool to create them. You just describe what you want and tell it to build a live artifact. It'll then ask you which connectors you want to connect, what data you want from them, etc., and it'll create the artifact for you. Now, the problem I've run into while building some of my dashboards is with most things in AI, if you don't really have a clear idea on what you're trying to build, what data you want to pull, and communicate that clearly to Claude, you're going to end up with a vibe coded dashboard that you won't necessarily actually use, or you need to iterate on endlessly until it actually becomes useful. So I've already built a artifact planner skill for myself that basically goes through the most important questions to answer before building an artifact. And so it gives Claude all the necessary info to actually build a good one from scratch. Then it applies also Anthropic's best practices for building live artifacts to actually try to get a good one from scratch. Now, if you're interested in this skill, you can also check out my AI Accelerator in the link in the description, where I list all of the skills me and my team are building out across all our business departments. We also offer one-on-one live tech help, unlimited, to help you with any issues, and multiple Q&A. So if you want to dive a little bit deeper into these tools, definitely check it out in the first link in the description below. But I'll go through the questions of what you want to think of when building a good artifact here, so you can use this sort of as a framework on how to think about building a good artifact. Here, for example, I used it to build my marketing dashboard. So I invoked the skill. And then the first question is, of course, what is this dashboard for? I try to explain what I want in there. Then the second question is, when will you open it, right? How often, just to get a better idea on what the use case for this artifact is going to be. Then it asked me which connectors it should pull data from. I gave the answer. Then what information do you want from each connector? Now here you want to think a little bit, what data do I actually need and what do I not need? Also to reduce the scope of the MCP a little, because the broader it's going to be, the slower and more error prone it's going to be. So here I define that. Then what do you want AI to do with the data on each refresh? So here you can think of how should AI interpret the data to maybe give you strategic insights or maybe to rank or prioritize. So here you want to think through that a little bit. How can I make this actually more useful for me instead of just pulling in lots of data into a dashboard for you? Then what brand guidelines should it follow if you wanted to have a specific style according to your brand, which I did in my case. Then you can think of what actions do you want your artifact to take in this dashboard if you want to be able to update the status in a CRM record, for example, or anything else. And this is important to define at the start because all of these actions will be hard coded into the live artifact. Then you can think if you want an AI chat to ask questions about the data. And probably the most important question you want to ask yourself is, what should this dashboard not do? Otherwise, you're going to end up with a huge dashboard that's not actually useful, maybe slow, and you're not actually using. So I think the best use case here is to think of very specific use cases that are hard to do across other softwares that scope to something specific. That's how you're going to make this actually useful and reliable for yourself. Now, if you do a long brain dump answering these questions and just tell Claude to build you a live artifact out of it, you should get a good one. In my skill, it basically creates, first gives you a summary after asking all the questions, which you can read. And if everything is good, it'll sort of give you a brief here with the full breakdown of what you're trying to build. You can then copy that, paste it into a new chat or in the same chat and ask Claude to build a live artifact around it. So again, you can use my skill if you're interested in joining my accelerator. But of course, you can just answer these questions yourself to try to get to a good artifact by yourself too. I also recommend one thing for any scheduled task you already have set up that provide you with pure intelligence. Consider transforming them into a live artifact. For example, I had multiple of these set up, like my competitor intelligence, which sort of ran every day on a daily basis. They didn't actually take any action. They just showed me data and gave me some insights and ideas. For those use cases, I think it's far stronger to transform them into live artifacts because it'll be far faster, more token efficient, and you'll have a nice dashboard to actually see these insights in a better way. Again, if you want to dive a little bit deeper into these tools and get some more personalized help, definitely check out my AI Accelerator in the first link in the description. Thank you so much for watching. Highly recommend experimenting with this feature. And if you want to learn more about Claude Cowork, you can check out the video here above.